In patch 1.16, the meta is finally starting to settle and it looks like either aggro or mid-range strategies are the way to go. There's a high chance patch 1.17 will nerf a few new cards currently dominating the meta, but for now, here are the 3 decks with fantastic win rates that you can win loads of games with. One features one of the new KDA cards and revolves around that. One deck we've seen in the meta for quite a while now, and the other is a BomberTV special. This is Best Meta Decks Patch 1.16. This video has been done in collaboration with BomberTV. Please remember to like and subscribe and turn on the bell notifications too. So let's dive in. This is Go Hard Shadow Isles Bilgewater featuring Elise and Twisted Fate. It's pretty much a combo deck and it has a low average mana cost with all but 3 cards costing 4 or less mana. It's actually quite an expensive deck to build with 6 epics and 6 champions. It actually started out as a meme deck but it's actually become a solid meta deck recently, and it's actually looking pretty good with the latest expansion as well. This deck is a pretty unique concept featuring the new KDA card Go Hard. It's a slow spell that drains 1 from a unit and shuffles 2 identical copies into your deck. Once cast 3 times, it transforms into a very OP Pack Your Bags, which I'll discuss later. The aim of this deck is to play a standard control Shadow Isles playstyle or focus on the Go Hard card mechanic. You want to keep drawing cards to get the magic free as quickly as possible through Twisted Fate's blue card or Bilgewater draw cards like Salvage. From that simple idea, the deck builds itself. You have controlled tiles from Shadow Isles such as Vengeance and Go Hard itself. Use Vengeance to take out key units and Go Hard to drain your opponent 3 times, before going into that big combo piece I discussed earlier, Pack Your Bags. This deals 5 to all enemies and the opposing nexus. The rest of the cards are mainly there for curve purposes, and your main plan is either to level up Twisted Fate or go for the Go Hard plan. Definitely a fun deck to play and having quite a successful time at the moment. This version of Burn Aggro is a new quotation marks deck from the latest expansion and is a variation of the archetype that was popular several months ago. The new cards just made it that little bit stronger, and we're yet to have a meta where Burn is dominating. It features cards from Noxus and Piltover and Zorn like before, and has Draven and Teemo in the deck. It's extremely cheap with 29 commons and no epics. This archetype is probably the simplest concept ever. To win the game you must reduce the health of your opponent's nexus from 20 to 0 as quickly as possible, and this deck does exactly that, and it does it fast as well. Start your game very aggressively. It's crucial to have a nice curve with particular care for 1-drops, even if it means you are more attacking. You should take every opportunity to deal cheap damage to your opponent's nexus, so attack with cards with attack effects which burn even if these cards die in the process. So I'm talking about Legion Saboteur and Boom Crew Rookie here right at the beginning, which can help start your basically very aggressive start to the game. In a mirror game or against a board-centric decks, try to use Used Car Salesman on the defensive turn. Summoning 3 units basically mean you're blocking their whole attack, giving you more time to burn them out later on. Don't keep your burn spells in your mulligan as you will naturally draw into them, and use them to close the game as fast as possible. So this applies to all your burn spells, including your cheapest ones like Mystic Shot, right up to Decimate. This deck includes Ballistic Bot and Aftershock from the latest expansion. Ballistic Bot generates an ignition every round which deals 1 damage to the opposing nexus, and Aftershock deals 3 to anything or destroys a landmark. In this deck, use Aftershock to damage the opponent's nexus. This is Lucian Kalista, featuring cards from Demacia and Shadow Isles. The deck is a personal deck from BomberTV. Even if there's not much statistical evidence out there, BomberTV still thought this deck had the potential to be very high on this list. So feel free to try out this deck yourself to see basically if you can have some better stats about it and see if it is truly the best deck in the meta right now. This deck is quite a strange of aggro and combos. Your general playstyle is quite aggressive, but sometimes you have access to some insane combos, which you could basically accomplish a bit more going through that combo, rather than just going for the pure aggressive playstyle. The best combo enabler we've got in this expansion is Grand Plaza. This is a new landmark that has the effect, when an ally is summoned, give it 1/1 and challenger this round. So for example, an Haunted Relic becomes a 2-mana summon card that summons 3 2/2s with challenger, which is an insanely good removal tool. Another great combo is Grand Plaza and Blighted Caretaker. This means on summon, it will create 2 saplings with 3/2 stats as well as the challenger they already have, another great removal tool. You can start even slower and go for the Lucian and Kalista levels up, so you can start generating insane value from them. Both of their leveled up effects suit the combat style theme of this deck. Later on you can switch to a more defensive playstyle with Nerfed Collector, stalling until you can cast the Harrowing to close the game. So overall a fantastic deck, and it's actually a lot of fun to play as well. Let me and Bomber know how the deck goes. And there we go guys, which of these 3 decks is currently your favourite? From the comments I saw in the top 10 decks patch 1.16 video, lots of you were asking where Swain Ezreal has gone. Very simply, this deck was great in the previous meta, but with the new cards it's been kicked out and its win rate has basically dropped. A few have also commented that you're having success with the Scouts deck and you wondered where it was on the last video. This had a huge win rate on the day of the Cosmic Creation release, but since then it has massively dropped, and other mid-range decks such as Lucian Kalista in this video is doing much better. The data presented here is analysed by BomberTV using MOBA Analytics. He's a Masters tier player with a background in game theory and game design. He took the most winning archetypes into Master tier, excluding ones with small play rates, analysed their key properties on why they are so strong. Link to his channel is in a pinned comment and in the card above. What is your favourite deck in patch 1.16? I would love to hear in the comments. Up next is patch 1.17 preview predictions, taking a look at the nerfs and buffs Bomber and I expect to happen in the next patch. Please remember to like and subscribe and turn on bell notifications too. See you next time guys.